Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Dessertories. Today we're going to be looking at the history behind profiteroles. Now, profiteroles are also known as cream puffs, in case you don't know what it is. It is the French word for it, and the word profiterole itself can be traced back to the 1600s. So what is a profiterole exactly? It's almost like, in fact, it is an eclair, but it's round. So let's see what it consists of. It has choux pastry filled with whipped cream and topped with chocolate, but also a lot of the time you can put in any fillings. I love making profiteroles. It is one of the biggest sellers that I have, and one of my favorite things about profiteroles is being able to try out different flavors. You know, you can put a mousse in, or you could put pastry cream in. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but the traditional profiterole is choux pastry that you fill with whipped cream and then you top it with chocolate. So the word profiterole can be traced back to the 1600s. This dessert is seen traditionally as French, but it actually has its roots in Italy. So let's see how this actually has its roots in Italy. Catherine de' Medici was a noble woman from Florence who moved to France after her uncle, Pope Clement VII, arranged her marriage to Henry II of France in the early 1500s. So this marriage was first arranged when she was 6 years old. Oh my gosh. That is so young. And then formally arranged by the age of 11. Oh my goodness, I was obsessed with Spice Girls, learning the dance moves and chilling with my friends. So that is crazy, but I guess that's how it was back in the day. People had to secure their power through marriages. So let's see why. Why, Catherine, did you have to be married? Italy was vulnerable to the armies of the Holy Emperor Charles V. And so the marriage was allowed to Italy to keep a foot in France. Jeez. This is like I'm shipping you off to go and help keep a foot in France. That's insane. Okay, so Catherine de' Medici then bore the king 10 children, 7 of whom survived. Oh no, so 3 died. The 7 that survived, it was 4 boys and 3 girls. Wow, that's so sad. But back in the day, pregnancy and specifically giving birth was like life-threatening. There wasn't like antibiotics and sterile rooms where they can cut out the baby. I mean, go you, Miss Catherine, for having 7 children survive. So where does the profiterole recipe essentially come from? So a pastry chef called Chef Pantarelli traveled with Catherine in her big entourage. And I mean, like back in these days, their entourage would be like 100 people or so. So Catherine's Chef Pantarelli came along with her from Florence to Italy, and he introduced certain techniques and certain cuisines from Italy into the French court. Now, pastry chefs and chefs in those days were also very, very important, because if you think about it, the royal family or whatever it is would have these massive parties for the people at court. There were always these very fancy schmancy events, and chefs and pastry chefs would try and outdo themselves to make these amazing desserts and dishes that would wow these royalty and very aristocratic people. So it became, I feel like those times really helped chefs develop techniques and really interesting ways of developing and making really epic, mind-blowing desserts. Okay, so the choux as we know it today was perfected by chef de patisserie called Avicii around the 18th century, and then Antoine Carême, I hope I said that correctly, was inspired to fill it with cream. And that, my darlings, is how profiteroles came about. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time on Dessertories. Be safe, be kind. I'm your girl, Chef Cherie. I'm out.